Okay, this video is to give an example of what an omissive element, that is the number one missing element, an algorithm, a reason, rationale, a rule according to which we might follow in understanding our Bible. So we'll look at 1 Corinthians 12:13, part of it. For by one Spirit are we all baptized into one body. And there seems to be a willingness to be in dispute over this text, and it all hinges on this letter S, which is remarkable to think of that, how over-refined. But there's no algorithm for this, deciding capital S or lowercase. And if you've already been primed, and every one of us has been, when you find that this is what you need to support your construct. Let's say you have built a universal, invisible notion or construct, which you won't find universal, invisible adjectives in relation to any kind of ecclesia in the Bible. However, although we all know that, this is very interesting to see an example that it's arbitrary. In the original text, this is not provided for us. But to think that that's all someone needs in order to, if we would say, energize their purpose or cause to sustain a construct as abstract as that to which I made previous reference. All you have to do is be reminded there's no algorithm. So we need to be careful as an apologist, especially a missionary Baptist apologist, to ask, to think, where would that come from, so that we're not, again, just simply tied to the tyranny of that arbitrariness upon which so many, misspelled it. The arbitrariness that so many are bent on that I can't even spell now. It seems to be so disappointing to see how many people need this arbitrariness to sustain these conflicts of constructs that are more abstract. But without an algorithm, you really need to go to your context and know that the argument that is prevalent today wasn't in the mind of the writer at that time. We all know that, but it again would require us to deconstruct our constructs, to place aside these things and then restore the rightful position of the Scriptures, which this is just one example. And we'll do another example. This will be example number 1 of the number one omissive element, which is this one here. There's just no one that seems to ask for an algorithm, which you wouldn't do well in any field of study. And you can see why it's so arbitrary in the field of study in the Bible, that it causes so much. It seems to be people's willingness to be arbitrary. Anyway, that's enough. You can read this, look it up yourself. This is just part of the text, and that I was using just to show that much energy can be invested in something over which no one has stopped long enough to care to ask for the algorithm.